My Purpose Lifestyle, a podcast created to help you live your life with intention. Each podcast will stretch you and push you into your God-given purpose. We are a community where life happens for us, not where we allow life to happen to us. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode here on My Purpose Lifestyle, a podcast designed to help you walk this life on purpose and really enjoy the fullness of your God-given purpose. So I just want to welcome you guys back to another episode. I thank you for your time, and I hope you really enjoy this episode. I'm excited. This is, again, another episode where we are taping this. So if you are a visual person, please join me on YouTube at My Purpose Lifestyle, where you can watch me and get to know me a little bit better, not just by my voice, but you can see my face. So here we are, and it is already May 2023, and I'm just so, I don't even know the words to describe the feeling and what I'm going through. So I was just in contemplation about what it is that I want to do for the remainder of this year, because we're approaching the halfway mark of this year, and it's like, what are my accomplishments? What else do I want to accomplish? What do I want to focus on? Reevaluating a lot of my strategies and reevaluating what it is that I'm going after in my goals. One thing that I'm super proud of is the fact that I'm staying super consistent in my health and fitness journey. So that is a plus. And honestly, guys, I have to tell you, health and fitness, it does go hand in hand with your wealth. It goes hand in hand with your relationships. It goes hand in hand with your joy, your peace, and your rest. So I highly recommend that if you are not on a health and fitness journey, and again, that is an individualized journey. So it doesn't need to look like everybody else's. It just needs to be something that is getting you to move your body, getting you to eat properly, and the extremities of that is entirely up to you. So I've been doing that, and I am loving it, loving the process, loving my body even more. A lot of my journeys have been a little bit more intense in terms of going after a bodybuilding competition, a bikini competition, and really being extreme in my process. So this new journey that I'm on of being healthy because I'm supposed to be, not for a goal, but for a lifetime. I'm enjoying it, and it's a more forgiving process. It's a more enjoyable process. So yeah, I highly recommend that if you have not already started your own journey. So I was really contemplating what it is that I want to talk to you guys about on today's episode, and I want to really just get into the meat and potatoes of what we're talking about today. As you can see by the title, we're talking about confidence, character, and consistency, and it is a topic. The three of them have been topics that have been laid on my heart tremendously. Just share a little story with you. I have been really digging deep in terms of changing the trajectory of my life right now, changing in terms of how much money I make, how my marriage is going, how I deal with my children, how I am as a servant of God, how I am as a friend, how I show up to others, to those that I influence. And those three words really stood out to me. And I was the other day I was just out, and I was just taking my daily walk that I do, and I was just speaking to God, and I was just, an open and honest conversation with God, just really discussing with God where I'm at, what I feel I'm lacking, where I feel I need more strength, feeling tired, feeling like, am I pushing too much, feeling doubt, feeling like, am I going in the wrong direction, and just asking God to really show me. And as I was just praying and walking and just crying out to God, the one word that really hit me was capacity. And I was like, capacity? And God was like, yeah, all you need, everything that's laid on your heart, you are able to do, because I gave you those ideas. I have shown you what you can do. I have placed the desires in your heart and in your mind because it's something that you can do. But what you need to do is lean on me for capacity. The capacity to be what it is that you're seeing, the capacity to hold on to the goals that you're going after, the capacity to get up every day and be consistent, and the capacity to have the confidence and the capacity to carry the character that is needed to fulfill the goals, the dreams, the desires that you're going after. And I was like, okay, Lord, capacity. So I just want to share that with you guys today and just talk about those three areas: the confidence that we need, the character that we need, and the consistency that we need on this journey of purpose and fulfilling what it is that we are called to do. Excuse me. So when we speak about confidence, right, what does confidence mean to you? Like, a lot of us think about confidence and we think about it's about being the person that's not embarrassed, being the person that can boldly do whatever it is that they want to at that time. When we think about confidence, what does it consist of for you? What does the word confidence consist of for you? And also, like, how can you be authentically confident? And I started to dig deep and just really study confidence, and what the confidence that we need to carry for purpose is a little bit deeper than being confident to ask for something in a room that nobody else will ask for, or being confident to show up in a space regardless if everybody's laughing at you or not. It's a little bit deeper than that, and confidence is something that needs to carry us. So what is it that we need to focus on when we're talking about confidence? So 3 areas that you can apply confidence in your life to carry you long term is self-confidence. So with self-confidence, you're looking at, do you have the confidence to go after your goals and your task? Do you have that? Are you respecting the person that shows up each day? So confidence for yourself looks like, hey, do I feel like I can go after the goals and the tasks that I need to today? And it also looks like, do I respect the person that I say I am going to be? Or am I respecting the person that needs to show up that day? So that's an area that we really need to look into when we're looking at self-confidence. And then number two, it's skills. So am I confident in my skills? Am I building my skills on a consistent basis to gain confidence? Am I just going off of natural talent and feeling like I have an advantage because I can naturally, i.e. sing, I can naturally dance? But are you working on your craft? Are you working on the skills and the skill sets that you need in able to be ahead in that particular area that you are going after? So are you confident in your skill set? And then the other area that we need to look at confidence is in our social realm. So are you confident when you walk into rooms? Are you the person that shies away and doesn't interact with other people? Or are you being that confident person that when you go in the room, you're engaging other people, you have that confidence that you can hold a conversation with other people? And one thing about confidence in your social atmosphere is one thing that can keep you confident is having the mindset of curiosity. Some of our most incredible social networking confident individuals that we see in our life, they're the people that go into rooms and really ask questions and stir up conversations with strangers and get to know other people because they have a curiosity mindset. So when we look at confidence, it's so much deeper than am I scared to do that? It's threefold. It's your self confidence, it's your skills confidence, and your social confidence. So that is what I found in my research about confidence, and it is something that I'm applying to my life right now, and I just want to share that with you guys. And it's something that you really need to put at the forefront of your day and ask those hard questions to yourself. Then we look at character. So what comes to mind when you hear the word character? And character can mean a lot of things to people. When I think of the word character, I'm thinking, are you a nice person? Do you have the character of a person that I can trust? Right? So when we're looking at character, it's definitely, I looked it up in the dictionary and I'll share some of the points with you. So your character is your mental and moral qualities. It's a distinct trait. It is your moral excellence and firmness. It's a person marked by notable and conspicuous traits. So very, very deep, and to sum it up is your character is your moral standing. What are you about? How do you make people feel? How do people categorize you? What word comes to mind when people deal with you? Your character, is it in alignment with who you want to be, where you want to go, what you want to achieve? Is your character speaking for you or speaking against you? Is your character speaking for you in rooms, or is your character shutting you out of rooms? And character is something that we need to work on on a consistent basis, because it is literally like your gold card, your pass. It's the thing that opens doors for you. It's the thing that people remember about you. It's the thing that people, when you have good character, it's what makes people gravitate towards you. It's what makes people trust you, right? So character is something that you really need to take into consideration on a daily basis, and you should be examining your character. You should know where you stand within your character. And how do you do that? Well, 3 ways to build your character is to live a lifelong journey of personal development. So developing yourself into the person that you want to be, make sure that you're hitting those points, make sure that you're achieving the characteristics that you want, not the characteristics that you don't want. Another way is to establish your morals, right? What do you believe in? A person, I have a quote, and I love this quote, and it says, a person who stands for nothing falls for everything. So having set morals and a way of living your life, that's what's going to help you build your character. Whether you're following the Bible or whatever beliefs you have, that's what gives you a compass to tell you if you're in the right direction in terms of the character that you need to sustain you, the character that you need in order to keep you in alignment with who and what you want to be and who you are. And then also, you can ask your closest friends around you, something that we never do. We talk about so many other things with our family and our friends, but do we ever ask them, like, how do I make you feel? When you think about me, what's a word that comes to mind about me? You know, that is like so like it's such an amazing way to understand who you are, how you're making other people feel. And it's a hard question, and a lot of us probably don't want to hear that because, again, we lack the confidence and we're not in alignment according to our own beliefs. We're not in alignment with our character, so we don't want to hear that. But anybody that is striving and going after their goals, they're going to want to know how they are viewed, how they make people feel, how people are perceiving them. And it's an amazing thing to do, to ask people about your character. It's a way that we can learn ourselves. It's a way that we can grow. It's a way that we can have awareness. And awareness is so key for character. If you're not aware of how you are and how you're being perceived, chances are you're going through life assuming, and assumptions, you know what they say about assumptions. So then let's talk about consistency. So consistency, the big word in the entrepreneurial world. I tell you, consistency, and it is something that we all know that we need to have. It is something that we know will move the needle in our business and our goals. Consistency is what keeps you on top. Consistency. But why is it so hard for and character births consistency? Just like even right now, I had to switch out cameras. I had to adjust a whole bunch of things, which a lot of you might not know, but I just want to share that with you. Like, it is so important to be consistent, and sometimes the road to consistency has a lot of bumps. It has a lot of setbacks. It has a lot of hiccups, but every time you push forward and continue to go after your goal, no matter what, regardless of what's going on or regardless of what's happening, this is what births something, right? So confidence and character, it births consistency. So remaining confident in the points that we spoke about and working on your character will birth consistency, because now you have the tools, you have the know-how, you have the ability, you're sure within yourself that you can show up and you can keep going and you can keep chipping away at what it is that you're going after. All right, so the reason we're inconsistent is that our goals are unclear. Another reason that we deal with inconsistency is character flaws. So this is why we do need to work on the character. So we don't believe that we are worthy of what we're going after. We don't believe that we have enough resources. We don't believe a lot of things about ourselves, which makes us inconsistent, makes us all over the place, makes us up, down. Sometimes you feel like if you have your ducks in line, that's when you'll move forward. And if you don't, then you don't show up. But consistency is something that you do no matter what is going on, no matter what is in your way. Consistency, showing up regardless on a continual basis, will move the needle in your life. Hey, I have a question for you. Are you looking for a community to grow with, to reach your goals, to become the best version of yourself? My Purpose Lifestyle community is your answer, your whole health answer. Here, you'll be provided with accountability for personal development, fitness, nutrition, and much more. It's a sense of belonging and a place where you know that you will be taken care of. The link is in the bio for you to join today. So how can we remain consistent? Well, I have some tips for that. So 3 ways that we can remain consistent. And my number one way of remaining consistent is prayer and meditation. Yes, prayer and meditation. Setting your mind on what you want in life, how you want to show up, building yourself up internally. That's so important. We're always emphasizing the external, how we look, how we show up, how people are perceiving us. But what's going on inside of you is what is going to set you apart. So prayer, meditation, setting your mind and your internal dialogue into the direction that you want really, really, really helps us to show up on a continual basis as we want to be, right? It awakens your spirit, man, because we have a spirit. And it awakens your spirit, man, to be louder than what's going on around you and outside of you. It quiets that rebellious side of us, which is our stinking thinking, our bodies that don't want to move, our bodies that don't want to do what it is that it needs to do to get things done that day. Building up your spirit, building up your internal dialogue is what's going to help you stay consistent on a continual basis. Then we have working on your confidence and your character, is like what we just talked about. So working on those things is what is going to keep you consistent. Like I just said before, confidence, character, strengthening them, it births consistency in your life. There's no way that if you're continually working on your character, if you're continually working on your confidence, that you will not be consistent in the things that you're going after. It goes hand in hand. And then number 3, it's establishing what you need to do daily. Getting up every day and ensuring that you know what it is that you need to do. Not just getting up and going with the flow of the day and whatever comes your way, that's what you're doing. Be intentional on a daily basis about what it is that you need to do. And with that being said, I know that there's days where I set things that I want to do and it doesn't go that way. But here's the thing about that. If you can do what you have placed on your to-do list, on your top movers, if you can do that for at least 5 minutes a day, just 5 minutes, working on the things that you said that you would do, that is momentum. That 5 minutes eventually will turn into 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour, because you have decided to place your mind into the direction that you want. So if you're short on time or you're short on any type of hindrance, right? That would make you not work on what it is that you need to do on your list. But saying to yourself, nah, I'm gonna give myself at least 5 minutes to do this. I'm gonna walk for 5 minutes. I'm gonna, watch something that's gonna help me. I'm gonna read my book for 5 minutes. I assure you, it'll eventually turn into more than the 5 minutes, but we have to be intentional. And when you're intentional, you will be consistent. So I heard this quote, and it was Steve Harvey. I was listening to his podcast, and he said something, and I was like, that is so true. And he said, the road to success is always under construction. And I was like, wow. So right, the road to success is always under construction. And we have to be willing to go through those moments where we feel like we're being delayed, we feel like it's uneven, it's unstable, it's taking too long, it's difficult. We have to be willing and able to go through those moments on this road to success, because that's just what it is. The road that is perfectly paved and nothing's wrong and everything's great is a road where you're continually doing the same things and not pushing and striving for anything else. You're just going with the status quo. You're just cruising. You're not trying to do anything else. You're not striving to go after anything. If that's the life that you want, then that's the road you take. But I know that a lot of us, most people I know, we need to understand that this road to success is under construction on a continual basis, and we need to be okay with that. And we need to still love the process, and we still need to love others and ourselves, and be lenient and forgiving, and give grace to others as well as ourselves as we progress and go through this and learn ourselves and grow and develop who it is that God has called us to be. The capacity that is needed, you can have. You just need to ask. You need to ask for that capacity. And I believe that as you go forward and work on your confidence, and you go forward and you work on your character, and as you're working on those, you remain consistent, I believe that you will arrive at your purpose, that you will fulfill your destiny. So I thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I thank you for your time. I do not take that lightly. And I hope that if this podcast has helped you in any way, please share it with somebody else. And I can't wait to speak with you guys again in the next episode. But until then, guys, take care. Love you all, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye. Thank you again for tuning into another episode of My Purpose Lifestyle. If you value the conversation and you like this conversation, I have an ask. I ask that you share this episode and any other episode that you feel will bring value to another human being, and that you comment, interact with this content, as well as download this podcast. This way we can help other people grow into their God-given purpose. You can also screenshot and share on your socials. Be sure to tag me using my handle provided in the details. Until next time, remember to walk in purpose.